Hello, this is Dr. Robloff. I'm supposed to make a quick little video of the computer science facilities that we have available to us. We'll start here in my office. My very, very messy office. So, I may swing around the view here. And if you need to ever come visit me, I am right here. And we are on the bottom floor of the library. And I am in room 27 there. And then my colleague, Dr. Wilson, she is in the office next to me. And our retired department chair, Dr. Casper, occasionally comes by and uses this extra office here we have. We also have a number of computer science textbooks in a little library inside of there. And then we just have our normal open area where you can sit while you're waiting for one of us for office hours, or you just need to make an appointment to see us for some other reason. And we come in here and I'll turn the light on. You can see that. We have a conference room. It has an Android TV in it and a whiteboard for use in project collaborations. If you want to do that, or come in and you want to study, that's fine. Or sometimes you'll come in here and take an exam because testing center isn't open. So let's go over and show you everything else. All right. We have the famous doorstop. And a doorstop, like that one, is used to hold our door open. So let me do that. And we have our first lab, the Computer Science Advanced Lab here. And let me go ahead and open that up for us. Alright, so a lot of networking classes are done in here. So you'll notice that it's a very open configuration. We just leave all the tables out. We do our summer research work in here as well. We have a number of older switches over there available for use in class projects and whatnot. We have some extra monitors and keyboards and extra systems we can pull from the back for various projects. And you can tell we've been doing some work for some research. Let's go in here and I'll turn on the light, make everything a little bit better. This is our data center back here. So that lab out there is 36, this is 35. And we have the main area of our data center in here. Let me turn on the other light. And this is where we have the majority of our server capacity. So we have on top a switch, a KVM. We have a monitor and keyboard and mouse. We have our newest 2022 era server here running AMD EPYC processors, a terabyte of memory, few terabytes of storage. The EPYC processors are 7 through 13, 16 cores each. So we run something called VMware ESXi, which is a hypervisor. Basically, you run a bunch of virtual machines on this physical hardware. And then we have an older 2U. That means it takes up two spaces, basically, instead of the one. Dell server down here. And those run Intel Xeon processors and 128 gigabytes of memory. And, I don't know, 7, 8 terabytes of storage. That's good for a lot of classroom projects. Well, for our old Gateway Hopper server isn't working right now. The power supply went out. I'll have to get that replaced. And over here we have a sort of a loose Dell standalone server we use for projects. And students are able to come in and grab extra switches if they need to for classes, extra laptops to set up little simulated networks. And we also have some servers, older gateway servers on the bottom here, and a Sun server even for historical reasons that you can use, and some other equipment. And we have some old desktop systems sitting there, just running like that new Chrome OS desktop edition you can get, so they're still useful for something. And if you come out here, we keep up some posters, which I need to redo from our research efforts. You can see we keep some bulletin boards. We highlight those of us who work here and some of our alumni. I circle these, I change these out every so often. And come back around from here. And we have the networking closet, which is that very loud noise over there to the right. We have a board over here where we talk about our lab systems and talk about tutors. If you're interested in joining our Discord server, there you go. And we talk about some of our seniors, and announcements are put up there. And then this is the back door to the server room, right? And a little nice thing to go with our back of our server room. That just has a shelf on it and no door handle now. And then we have our main computer lab that we use for most of our programming labs and some of our classes occasionally. We will just hold in here as well. Depends on how things get scheduled. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. It's the middle of the summer and one's here. So turn the light on in here. So there you go. We have a Vesta board in back that I use for some assignments. And then there's a lot of extra computer systems in here because IT is borrowing the room for doing all sorts of maintenance work. And normally we have 28 of these, I think it's 26, 28, something like that. These little desktop systems that all these mouse pads are covering right now. But they're generally good enough, these little i5 desktop systems we have with like, I think they might, I don't know if they have 8 gigabytes of memory or 16, but they're good enough for doing most of the programming work. This lab has like special images on them that contain all the programming software, all the software you would need for your courses. So if you don't have your own notebook computer, you can just come in here and take advantage of the computers that are in this lab to get your work done, get things turned in. So, you know, it's not a big hassle or anything. And if you want to buy your own notebook, I generally say, you know, $500 to $1,000 budget will get you by with something for 4 years. Try to get as much system memory and storage as you can in a mid-tier processor. If you want a gaming laptop, expect to spend $1,500 or $2,000 on that. But generally speaking, you know, just as much memory and storage as you can get on these systems. Because we have another piece of software you can get called VMware Pro. It lets you run, it's a Type 2 hypervisor instead of the Type 1s on those servers. But they let you run all sorts of different virtual machines on them. You need that for various classroom assignments. So, but yeah. And let's see here. Let's go on down and see what else we got in this area. And this is room 38 here, whereas that advanced lab was 36. So, and you can know you're on the right path to get to the computer science area when you see the computer science sign. So we'll come down here, big hallway. Not really that big of a hallway, but it's a hallway. IT has a little conference room over here. So it's really not part of our facilities. And then we do keep an extra classroom here, 39, occasionally for classes. It's a classroom. There's really not much point in going in there. And we keep some restrooms, and that's about it. And then officially, you're into the library and the hub and all that stuff down there.